The movie begins at an intersection in the middle of rural Texas. A crossroads. It feels out of place and the opposite of what we were expecting from a movie called Castaway. But then the title appears and we are thrown off again. The word castaway usually means a person who has been shipwrecked and stranded in an isolated place. And it is a single word. But not only is there a space in the title, but the two words appear one after the other, emphasizing that it is intentionally two words, cast away, which would more appropriately be referring to throwing something or tossing something aside, which raises the question, what or who is being cast away? The easy answer is Tom Hanks' character, Chuck Noland, whose name also means castaway. Chuck means throw or cast, and Noland is literally no land, away.
It's from my wife.
And that brings us to the central issue of the movie.
Because we live or we die by the clock.
Chuck Noland is a FedEx systems engineer who is obsessed with time.
The sin of losing track of time. Locally,
He represents the modern businessman who puts his work over his family and is rarely home.
The turkey's a little dry, isn't it?
At a Christmas party, extended family members point out that Chuck and Kelly have been together for a long time, but he still hasn't proposed to her. He is committed to his job more than he is to his girlfriend. This is further emphasized when his pager goes off during Christmas Eve dinner, and he immediately has to leave yet again.
What about our Christmas? I got a gift for you.
We have to do it in the car.
I love the box.
Good.
At the airport, Kelly gives Chuck a pocket watch so that he will be reminded of her whenever he checks the time.
This is my favorite picture of you.
It is revealed that Chuck got Kelly an engagement ring,
an open the car kind of present.
but she is told to hold on to it until he gets back, because even something as important as a proposal has to wait until time allows. We of course know that he doesn't come right back, and that his future relationship with Kelly, his marriage to her, and their life together is what he is casting away. That is what the intersection at the beginning of the movie represents, the choice he made, and the long, unchanging consequence that follows it. Besides making the wrong choice with Kelly, Chuck Noland is seen as uneasy or uncaring when his friend Stan is talking about his wife's cancer worsening. And after the plane crash, Chuck discovers the body of the pilot of the plane, and by going through his wallet, he discovers that he had been calling him by the wrong name.
Albert R. Miller. Not Alan. Albert.
Castaway is not so much about survival on a tropical island as it is about relationships and learning to value them. On the island, the thing that was so important before, time, becomes mostly meaningless, and the frivolousness of stuff becomes apparent as Chuck begins to open the FedEx packages that washed on shore. One package he doesn't open, however, and this package, appropriately painted with wings on it, seems to represent hope. Hope of getting off the island and delivering that package. Chuck has two reasons to stay alive: to get back to Kelly and to deliver that package. One of the most memorable characters in the movie is famously a volleyball. We realize through Wilson, a volleyball that Chuck paints a face on, how important relationships are. At one point, Chuck gets mad and throws Wilson out of his cave into the ocean. Wilson, like all of Chuck's other relationships, is cast away. Chuck quickly realizes his mistake and searches desperately to find Wilson, and then apologizes to him. On the cave wall, he draws a picture of Kelly, of Wilson, and of the wings from the package, his three relationships. Years later, Chuck gets off the island using a raft that he built, using part of a porta potty as a sail, which he paints with the wings of hope. Out on the open ocean, a tragic scene of Chuck losing Wilson shows how much Chuck has changed. He now values relationships more than anything. And just as Chuck appears to be giving up, we see that he is not alone, for the eye of Providence is upon him, and he is rescued by a passing cargo ship. As he returns, he discovers that everyone thought he was dead and moved on with their lives, even Kelly. He has now lost Wilson and Kelly. And he says something very interesting. He says,
I'm so sad that I don't have Kelly. But I'm so grateful that she was with me on that island.
her photograph and his memory and hope of returning to her was one of the things that kept him alive. Chuck's relationship with his friend Stan is now much stronger, and Wilson, of course, can be replaced. The third relationship is with the sender of the package with the wings. The movie comes full circle as we see Chuck driving out to rural Texas to return the package to the sender, but no one is home. He leaves the package and writes a note saying that it saved his life. In a sense, the sender of the package was on the island just as much as Kelly was, and kept him alive. People hate the ending of Castaway because it seems unresolved. He loses Kelly, we don't see what is in the package, and he is left at the crossroads, trying to decide which long, unforgiving road to take. But not so fast. A truck pulls up with a friendly and attractive woman
You look lost.
who gives him some directions.
I do?
Where are you headed?
Well, I was just about to figure that out.
As she pulls away, we realize that she is the sender of the package with the wings. The package with his note is sitting on her porch. It is a good way to introduce himself, and he has quite the story to tell. That is what is in the package. A new chance, a new relationship, a relationship that he will value. But Chuck is still at the crossroads. Will he cast away this opportunity for a relationship, or has he learned his lesson? He considers all the paths he could take. He really has no ties to anything except for that package, and now, in a way, the woman who sent it. The last shot of the film is Chuck looking back down the road that leads to her house. He has made his choice. And that is the moral of this story.